there, and welcome back to the In the Car podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Taylor, and I make these things. Essentially, they're car vlogs, but they're rebranded to be called the Car Podcast. If you want to hear some juicy stories today about establishments I used to work at, let's jump right into the video. So the first story I want to talk about, this was at a Wolfgang Puck. Well, there was a lady that came in particular, and I'll give you a brief description of her. She was wearing white pants, like white pants, and like a fur jacket, and they insisted on sitting outside on her front balcony at the time. They had maybe like 2 tables that I could technically give away, so I cleared off one that had like all these to-go items on it. I wiped it down, and I sat her and her friend at this table. Well, they sat there happily for like 2 hours. They were like, you know, making little reels of their food, yada yada yada. And towards the end of their service, after they asked for the bill, she got up and she went to the bathroom. And she comes back and she's immediately like to me, she's like, oh my gosh, look at my backside. Like, is there something on my pants, or am I just imagining it? And I look at her and I was like, yeah, there's like a spill on your pants. Like, a Tide pin will probably like solve that, you know, like just get a little Tide pin and it'll let it go away. She just goes, no, but I think that the stain was in the chair before I sat down. Like, do you know like whose idea it was to sit me in this chair? And I was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like I said, it shouldn't be like a problem to get out of your white pants. I'm sure like a Tide stick would work, maybe like shout it out. And she's like, no. You don't understand. These pants are expensive. Someone is gonna buy my pants. And I was like, okay, like I'm sorry. Like, how can I assist you in that? And she's like, can I speak to a manager? And I'm like, sure, let me go get the manager for you. So before I got the manager involved, I was actually the assistant manager at the time, because the main manager was downstairs making green Bloody Mary mix for whatever reason that we don't even sell. Like, they're just fucking around, like trying to figure out how to make a green Bloody Mary mix. I don't know, homemade recipe, whatever. So the assistant manager gets into the problem, and I go up to him, and he's in the middle of like finding a DJ cord for the DJ. The DJ was supposed to be there at like either 11 or 12. They'd sat there for an hour waiting for someone to like get them the cord where they could like hook it up to our stereo system. So he was already like in a bad mood, right? Like he had a lot going on. I pull him aside. He's like pretty new. Like he got hired after I did, and he became like a supervisor, assistant GM kind of title thing. Well, I told him like the backstory. I was like, so there's this lady, she wanted to sit outside on the patio, she's wanting someone to buy her pants, she has like a stain on it. I'm just gonna let you know about the situation before you go into it. And he goes up to her, and I walk back to the host stand. She's still standing at the host stand. And I go back to the host stand, and I hear the whole conversation go down. So the supervisor goes up to her and like, hey, like, how may I assist you? Like, how was your meal? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, it was terrible. It's like, somebody sat me in a filthy, dirty chair that ruined my pants intentionally, and now I am requesting that someone buy it. Like, someone's gonna buy my pants because someone sat me in the chair with the stain on it. And he goes, I'm so sorry, like I don't think we can do that. Sorry you had a bad experience. Is there any way I can like make it better? And she's like, yeah, buy my pants. And she's like, these pants are like almost $200. I don't know how you expect me to like pay for it. I'm here on a trip. I'm supposed to be, you know, going to like a business meal later, and I couldn't go looking like this. And he said the same thing I did. He's like, oh, no, don't worry. There's these things. They're called Tide to-go sticks. You can buy them at the store. You essentially rub it on the stain and it should be gone within like a few minutes. And the girl's like, you don't understand. Someone is going to buy my pants. Like, I need to talk to the owner. And he's like, I'm sorry, like, no, like, we can't let you talk to the owner. This is what I can do. Let me just pay for your whole entire meal, and I'll wish you the best with your pants. So I guess they settled with the meal. Like, the lady got her whole meal paid for because of this incident. Well, the weird thing about it is, never once did we intentionally sit her in that chair, but she sat there for an hour and a half. I'm not even like exaggerating here. This lady sat there for an hour and a half on her own free will in the chair, and then decides to get the stain in her pants. So I don't know if there really was a stain in her chair, or if like something happened and she wanted to like blame the company on it to get free pants or free money. But it was probably like the weirdest experience of her, because she's like screaming at the top of her lungs in front of the host stand at this like new supervisor. Everyone outside on the patio is just like looking around like, what the f is going on? And was a weird day for sure. Like a weird request. I've never had someone ask for us to buy their pants before, so you know. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any weirder, we're gonna move on to the second story of today's video. So the second story has to do with also like a restaurant type of establishment. It's at a bar. So there's the owner of a bar, he's pretty chill. One of his pet peeves is like street performers, right? Apparently he thinks it's like really bad for business, like people don't want to eat with us because they see street performers out in the front, blah blah blah. So anytime he sees a street performer, he will literally shoo them away. And when I mean shoo you away, like next level shoo you away, I guess is what I should say. There's this guy, an innocent old guy. He's like well dressed. He doesn't look like a straight homeless person. Even if he was homeless, like I don't understand what the big deal is. Like that's how he's making his money. Like everyone has to have their hustle somehow. You know, if he's good at playing this instrument and he wants to sit on this corner, there should be no issue for him to do that. At least that's my point of view, okay? Like if you view it differently, like all means, like I am not gonna judge you for it. There's this guy, he has, I want to say it's like an not an xylophone. Xylophone is not the word. It's like a little keyboard connected to almost like, is that what his name is? I'm gonna have to insert the name that I'm thinking of. But it's a little keyboard and it also has like this little piece that you like pull out and it makes noise. He's on the corner and he's playing like songs, like really good songs, like beautifully. And he has like a little tip jar like in front of him. But we were having like this massive Christmas party inside. So like all of our tables were full. Like we were like almost at full capacity as it was. So we couldn't really take any more walk-ins anyways. But one of the servers I guess was bored because like once everyone has their food order in, everyone has their drinks in, blah blah blah, all they can do is really like stand around and wait or like, you know, twiddle their thumbs until like something eventful happens. Well, the security guard like nudged over to one of the servers and was like, hey man, like by the way, I think it'd be funny if like the owner found out that there's a street performer outside our lot right now. And then he goes, oh really? He goes, this is gonna be fun. So he goes up to the owner and he like lets him know like, hey, by the way, like there's a street performer outside if you want to like go check in on him. He is furious. The owner is absolutely furious. We have both of our doors open, right? He walks out there with his cell phone in hand. He points at him and he screams, you have to go. This is not a good look for my business. You can go to any other corner right now, but you cannot sit on the street corner. You hear me? And the other guy is just playing away, like kind of like minding his business. So he almost like doesn't even acknowledge that he's being screamed at from our owner. He keeps doing it. And it kind of like pisses the owner off to a point. He calls the cops. Meanwhile, he's like shutting both of the doors while he's on the phone with the cops, letting them know that there's like a street performer outside. He has like this sign, it's like a happy hour sign, and he pulls the window over and puts the sign just far enough to like cover up the street performer where you can't see it from inside. It's hilarious. And he's like pacing the floors at this point. He's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't understand why they think they, you know, this is good for business. Like they don't even understand. And then we're just like all chuckling, like it's gonna be okay, like calm down, like we already have a lot of people, it's not gonna affect our business. And then we just have to like leave him alone to like chill out because this guy's like f***ing insane. He's like shutting both the doors, closing the f***ing curtain on the guy. And I'm just like, this poor guy, he's just trying to make a living. He's out here, he's really good at this instrument and he's making some coin. And you're over here like mad at him because he's in front of your bar. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you saw my last video, but recently I had to get a new phone because of like incidents that happened on Thanksgiving. Moral of the story, the goodness out of the story was I named my navigation George because Siri is this delightful man's voice. And what would make it even better is if George was Australian. So George has upgraded himself to freaking Australian. You heard that right. He's Australian, y'all. So I don't have like a juicy topic to talk about for the third segment of this video. I'm sure there is a few, but none that comes to mind at this moment. So I think for the third part of this video, we're actually gonna open up some presents. It's from one of my friends. They're like a regular at this bar I go to. They're super sweet. I'm definitely gonna have to, like once I get back from my trip, I'm gonna have to like go out of my way and like find something super cool to like give him in exchange. Okay, so first off, I have to show you the card. So I did open the card. I couldn't wait. It was cute. It's so cute. This card is actually inspired by my favorite Christmas movie. Can you give it a guess? I want to know your favorite Christmas movie. Do you have a favorite? Leave it in the comments down below because this is mine. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Here's a hint. It's Buddy the Owl from the Elf movie. This is like my favorite Christmas movie. It reminds me of like a cringy Adam Sandler movie. I don't know. It just gives me like childhood nostalgia, I guess.
Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
So freaking cute. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna hang this on my fridge or something. Something about cards or just like subliminal notes in general, I love to just like stick all over, like I guess like a board, almost like an inspiration or validation, I guess, board. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Am I weird? Let me know. Am I weird? Let me know in the comment down below. Also, I don't know if you can see because it's out of focus, but there's this city dog club and it's like a little boot camp for dogs and there's all these cute little dogs. I want to show you. It's adorable. But let's move on to the next thing. So also inside of here, they gave me King Fu brand instant oriental noodle soup. It's beef flavored. I'm actually kind of excited about this. I believe it's Taiwanese. It's a Taiwanese type of like instant noodle. The only thing that worries me is like the picture has like a whole bunch of like vegetables and stuff on it. So I wonder if, because I can't see through the packet, is this just like how it's supposed to look if you add your own beef and broccoli and stuff to it? Or does it already have it in it, like dried up, and it comes out when you wet it? I don't know. Moving on to the next thing inside of here. It's a coffee. Next in here we have a coffee. It's Mr. Brown's black coffee ready to drink. Don't know if it says like the amount of caffeine in here. I'm sure it's like a cold brew. This would be really good with like some half and halves, maybe like a little bit of sweetener. Yeah, I really like my cold brews, so I'll probably really like this. I'll probably pour it over ice almost immediately. Last but not least, oh my god, this is so cute. It has little Santa Clauses on it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, James. If you're watching this, I am so thankful. Like, what? And this is my favorite color. I love blue. Okay, so it's a little box. And Benji's like, is it for me? I'm scared to, I'm just gonna have to like rip it. What is this? Is a raccoon gonna pop out? Because if you know me, I also love raccoons. If I had a raccoon, I would name it Terrence. Just so you know. I don't know what it is. What is it? Oh no, I'm scared. What is this? What is it? No! It's so cute! On the beanie, it's a Jurassic Park beanie. So we actually went to this dinosaur convention. It's a park ranger Jurassic Park beanie. I might bring this on my trip with me. What? That's so cool. So it's kind of like an inside joke because like, I don't know, dinosaurs? Went to a dinosaur convention. And last but not least, I'm scared. What is it? What the fuck is it? It's a mug. What does it have on it? Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. I could put my coffee in this. I'm already on it. I'm gonna wear my beanie. I'm gonna carry this in the airport, and we're gonna be styling and profiling. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna take this one to the airport, but I am so thankful. I'm gonna have to like do some digging and try to find something just as cool for them. So if you're watching this, once again, thank you so much. And last but not least, we're gonna try this carbonated ramen drink. So you're supposed to like take the ball and push it in, or so I've heard from like something on TikTok. Here we go. So, oh, that's cool. Okay, I feel like I should read instructions, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, I'm sorry, but I've literally sat here for maybe like 10 minutes trying to fucking get the ball into the soda, and I can't do it. I did a quick little Google search really quick, and if you actually punch out this little circle on the top of the lid that it comes with, this is what punches the ball into the drink. I was struggling so hard for I don't even know how long. So what we're gonna do, I'm scared of this fucking going everywhere. Maybe that's why this is for. Hold on. Oh! That sounded brutal. Okay. It's like a very watered down version of like ginger beer. It's unique. It's cool. It's fun. Look at the little ball inside. What am I on about? Don't listen to me. It's all about the experience here. It's not even about the taste. What are we on about? So if you want to tune into the next week's car podcast, I'm actually going to be going over how one of the residences in my apartment complex actually died, and now we have to have new security guards because of it, the whole entire incident. And it's not just like an accidental thing that happened in the building. Like what? I'll be covering that in the next car podcast that's actually filmed on my channel. So if you want to, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave your post notifications on, and whenever you see the next car podcast episode come out, you better hit it. Hit it and don't miss it. Hit it and don't miss it, alright? My socials are on the screen, and I guess I will see you in Orlando next. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Leave how your Christmas plans are gonna be, or like what your exciting plans are for Christmas down in the comment box down below. I always am so intrigued to like hear how you guys are and what you're up to, and I will see you when I see ya. I love you. Bye.